ల్యాప్టాప్ అయినా కూర్చొని మళ్ళీ ఏం చేయలేదు.
The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field.
The fielder collects that one, hits straight to the fielder.
There is a fielder at cover.
Outside off stump and he's lefty.
What do you think about new teams like Afghanistan getting test status?
I think it's great for them. Small countries playing more and more cricket.
Played that really well and it found the gap all the way to the boundary.
ఒంట్లో బాగాలేదేమనుకోవచ్చు.
So coming back to our conversation, obviously at this point in time they're suited more for the shorter format. They've done well in recent short formats. They've got some radical players. They've got good spin bowlers, which I think takes their team to another level. But their recent performance in the longer format, not too impressive. Ireland got test status recently, and they were quite impressive against Pakistan. I think they've got great potential. They played in their hometown in Belfast. Batsman knows exactly where his well left. Going back to what I was saying, and they did quite well. They almost won the match at some point. Looking back, we had Bangladesh when they started. They were on the same levels. Today, they're a force to contend with. I think it's really good for the sport that more and more countries start participating and start showing their abilities on the biggest stage.
But do you think that they should be playing the stronger teams like India and Australia rather than weaker teams like West Indies and Zimbabwe?
It's interesting that you say West Indies being a smaller country, because if you look at a couple of generations ago, West Indies was a strength, was a power, with a team everybody feared, with their big, tall, fast bowlers and their calypso-style batting. I guess this is how cricket evolves over a period of time. You see teams that have been the most powerful and elite today struggling for dominance. And with regard to your question about whether they should start with teams who are right on the top of their cricket, I think that's the whole point of Test cricket, and I think it'll only show these smaller teams coming in how cricket is meant to be played at the highest level, and it's something they wouldn't normally see in their domestic circuits.
There is a fielder at cover. Tapped back to the bowler. The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field. That was a quick single. Nice running between the wickets. There is a fielder at cover. Hit straight to the fielder.
The bowler is bowling from his favorite end.
Couldn't find the gap and the fielder stops it easily.
It will be interesting to see where the bowler will test the batsman with the short one.
He has hit that straight to the fielder. Dealt with it comfortably. Biding his time, waiting for the bad delivery.
The fielder collects Salmon, hits straight to the fielder.
Change in bowling here. Spinner into the attack now. There is a fielder at cover.
Can't tempt the batsman to play at that.
The bowler is bowling from his favorite end.
Hit straight to the fielder.
Oh, shot, but only a single. Exquisite timing on that. A very well-deserved boundary there. It is showtime. Crowd going mad here. No ball called.
Couldn't find the gap and the fielder stops it easily. He has hit that straight to the fielder.
Inform fast bowler into the attack now. Expect some serious chin music.
That's a good lead. He's left out on the left.
The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field.
Good length, and the batsman lets it go to the keeper.
The toss seems to play a big part in the outcome of the game. There is a huge change in approach on winning the toss, with the ball turning square in Asian conditions and swinging more in countries like England and South Africa.
I think if you're playing in the subcontinent or on flat pitches, it's a no-brainer. You should be batting first, putting a big target on the board, get the opposition in, put pressure on them, and make them bat on the final day. But the ball will turn, and you'll have the highest chance of getting them all out. If you're playing in England, where it's overcast, you might want to consider putting them in, make use of the conditions early on, get the ball to swing, get a few batsmen nicked off. But other than that, win the toss, bat first. That's what I would think.
Tapped back to the bowler.
Pacer introduced from the other end.
Coming back to what we were saying, interesting you mentioned that considering there was a discussion whether visiting teams should be given a choice to bat or ball without any toss.
I'm not in favor of all of that. Cricket should be played the way it is played. Teams that are playing at the highest level should be accomplished enough to be put in either to bat or to bowl, to face the music, regardless of where they're playing.